And we're recording. I'm just going to make this a little wider. Okay. Happy all the things. Happy Monday and spring and week of Summit. I just said that as you guys were hopping on. Congrats on a huge February. It was our best month ever as a team. We really didn't expect that going into the month. Did you, Monica?
I didn't. I didn't think it was, I know we had that challenge and we had that 460 as a goal and those 60 reps, but I really felt like that was going to be a huge feat, but we came really close. It's pretty exciting.
It's so exciting. And we are going to hear from the top 3 PV earners from Team Zion Via tonight with their tips. So we're so excited about that. But first, just a couple announcements. So we had that competition going with Canada. Yes. And so I did some Zaya math. That's what I've been calling doing all these calculations. I'm getting kind of good at this. So this has been fun. So Canada they hit 86% of their best month ever, and we hit 100.7% of our best month ever. So we won in PV. However, they had a 10% increase in reps. They actually added 59, and they're a lot smaller than we are, and we had a 7.5% increase in reps. So we are going to all come together for the call with Erin Bradley. And it's tomorrow. It's tomorrow night. And the reason why it's tomorrow is because she's super busy for the week of Summit. And then after Summit, she's going to Kenya right away and I'm sure she'll talk about it at Summit, but for some charity work she's doing. So it's tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I know that is a really awkward time. I apologize. We're trying to cover lots of time zones. But we're going to do a Q&A with her. And I have a question form that I'll post here in the chat and post in the team page too, that you can submit your question for Erin. She needs the questions ahead of time just so she has an idea. So if you guys submit them, I'll send them to her. And it'll be 20, 30 minutes. But I'm so excited for you guys to see her and talk to her and get to be in that intimate space with her. So congratulations, you guys. That is amazing. You just knocked it out of the park in February. And we did great with reps too, but we definitely feel like we can improve there, which is why our focus in February is on recruitment. Or in March, rather, is on recruitment. So if you read or looked in the team page, we have that calendar with daily activities and a lot of incentives. There are incentives for adding reps. There are incentives for doing the calendar. And if you have any questions about any of those daily activities that don't make sense, I got a question today about what is the Discover Zaya Wix. There are probably several things like that might be a little bit what is that, especially if you're newer. So just message your upline about that, or of course, we, Monica, are happy to help as well. So again, congratulations. Okay, I'll put that little question box in the chat, and then Monica, you can take it over.
All right. So like Katie said, we're going to hear from the top 3 PV earners in February. They're going to share their 3 tips for success. Between the 3 of them, they had over $21,000 in sales, just between the 3 of them, which is crazy. So Rachel Voris and Emily Seckler, I'm sure you've seen their names on the leaderboard. They are very consistent on the leaderboard. We see them quite often. But Jody O'Brien, she was the second highest earner, and she started February 1st. So it's going to be exciting to hear from her what she did right out of the gate. So I think we'll go ahead and start with Jody. Jody, I don't see her. I assume she's on.
Hi, I'm up here on the top.
Hi,
Hey.
Take it away.
Hi. So we are actually on vacation in Florida for my son's senior trip. So I'm in a house with 14 other people. So if you see anybody else around me, there's lots of activity. But I'm excited to be on here and just, and when Katie actually first asked me to share, I just really had to think, because it's been such a whirlwind of a month, and just not only the sales have been great, but I've just been having so much fun. And Really, I first off just have to give a ton of credit to my mentor, Jody Hunter. She's amazing, and she just really has had everything set up for me to have the success that I've had. And so just huge credit to her for having everything organized for somebody to come in and take over and do what I've been able to do this month. So I did think about kind of my process and all of this and my top 3 tips. And my first one is just, when I started the party, just invite everyone. And that was kind of a recommendation I'd had from Jody too. It helped me to build this very large VIP group to start out with, which has been huge and very helpful. I think I probably invited over 250 to 300 people. And I actually had to go from my computer to my phone as I was doing the messages, because I was starting to get the warnings that I'd invited too many people. But it made a difference. I had over 100 people join my first party. And I actually did a mystery hostess party, which was a really great way to kick things off too. People were really excited that they had an opportunity to win the rewards at the end of the party. So that, I think, motivated people to order and try and get them hooked, hopefully. So I also found that by inviting a lot of different people, I had unexpected surprises along the way, like people that I just never expected would probably be interested, people that I maybe wasn't really close to that really got into it. So that was fun to see and really helped with the whole process this month. So number 1 would be invite as many people as you can think of and get the word out about this amazing company. Second of all, I think the big thing was, and I actually was talking with Jody about this, is I just jumped right in. I didn't worry about doing everything perfectly. I just jumped in and did it. She was the one that hosted my launch party, and I just kind of followed along, and I actually jumped in live a couple times on that. And I had a good friend that wanted to get involved right away too. And so I started hosting my first party for her before my launch party was even done. And I know it wasn't perfect, but I just jumped in and did it. And I right now at this point, I'm using a lot of what Jody has set up for me, but now I'm in the point where I can start tweaking it and making it my own. But I didn't wait. I just got going and got started with it. And in fact, I'm going to start 2 parties on Sunday already, which is kind of a little out of my comfort zone, jumping in and doing 2, but I thought, why not? Let's just give it a try and we'll go for it. And then my third one, which I think is just huge in my case, is cultivating relationships. I feel very blessed to be surrounded by just a ton of supportive, active women that were willing to give it a try, join my VIP group, order, and I just have gotten so many people that have just loved the products and they just can't stop talking about how they want more. And so I feel very blessed to just have that group of people around me all the time. Along with that, I'm a teacher. So I think a couple schools in Waconia, which is where Jody and I live, we just have like Zio craziness. We're all wearing the same jackets and stuff to work on the same days. And it's fun because everybody's gotten into it. So wearing it and talking about it with everybody that I see has been huge, and just kind of developing some of those relationships with people through that. And during my party, if I noticed people that were commenting a lot or liking things, I reached out to them privately through Messenger and just, thanked them for, being a part of the party and telling them how much fun it was to have them commenting and joining in. And then, kind of push them a little bit too to say, hey, if you're interested in more, you might want to consider hosting a party. So just kind of keeping those relationships going, both with the people I know closely, but also reaching out to new people that I didn't know as well. So I feel like those are kind of my 3 biggest things, are just invite a ton of people, jump right in and do it. Don't be afraid that it's not going to be perfect. It wasn't for me, and that's okay. And then just keep working on those relationships with others. Okay.
Awesome, Jody. Thank you. I love the part about just jumping in, because that is a lot of people's hang up. They just want to wait till, I'm speaking. I'm doing this. It's just hard sometimes to jump, but obviously you had awesome success by just doing it. It wasn't perfect, like you say, but you got it done, and wow, look where it got you. So I love that. Love that so much. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
All right, Emily or Rachel, who wants to go? Emily.
Okay, can you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay, cool. I still don't have a computer, so I've got to use my phone and put it out a little bit. Um, I'm Emily Seckler, for those of you that don't know me, and I have spoken a couple times, and I don't have anything that's earth-shattering, but this month for me, I had 0 parties. I had one girl that flaked out on me, and I had nobody else that wanted to party. And I had vacation. We went to Florida for a week to visit my husband's grandmother. So I was a little nervous. So I tried to, I'm not sure the term Katie uses sometimes, like pack the month or whatever, stack the month, so that you get a lot done in the beginning. And so I worked real hard and hustled a lot, because when you have no parties, there's a lot more like work and a lot more hustle. And then I decided to open a mystery hostess party. First one ever. You know, been a rep now for what? It was 2 years in December, and I've never done one. I had no idea how it would go, and it was a little over $2,600. So it went good. So, oh, sorry. There we go. And I think the reason it went good, and the reason that my sales have remained consistently high even when I don't get parties, is because of my VIP page. We have cultivated a community there where it's a safe place. You can take a picture in your sports bra and post it there, and people comment on it. And I try not to post too much in there. I don't want to um, just be bogging down people's news feed. But if there's something new, I post in there, and I'm very honest about the products and how they fit and how much I love them or don't love them, or if I think somebody, I have customers that love the brilliance, you know, just like Jody had just said, those relationships and cultivating them. And I've incorporated that into my VIP page. I've been, it's been a process. You know, it takes time for people to trust you and believe what you're going to say that is true, you know, and understand your taste. And but yeah, it's been very purposeful, the building of my VIP page. And I've just been very blessed. I have great customers in there, and they they've reached out. They keep ordering. We had a party on Sunday to close out the mystery hostess party, and we all had margaritas and tacos, and they helped me draw the names. Like, it's become a really cool community. So that has taken time, obviously, in cultivating those relationships. And also, like Jody said, if someone comments on a post, reach out privately. Different people are, you know, have different personalities. Some people don't want to post, oh, I need those, I want those. They're more of a one-on-one type of communication. So I try to get to know my customers that way and know what their personality is like. And I have said this before, I order for my customers. I order for most of my customers, and I will either send it to myself and deliver it, or I will ship it to them and then they PayPal me back, or Venmo, whatever. That is one of the things I like to do, because it's very convenient for people. They'll see me at the gym, or they'll see me post something and just say, yeah, I want that. I know their size, I know where they live, and then I just send them an invoice. And it makes it easy. As we all know, life is busy and hectic, and jumping on our site, they might think these capris are great, but you know, they have 3 kids and they've got dinner to cook and they've got a job. So I just try to take that um, denominator out, and I will do it for them, especially, you know, if they're on my VIP page. I know them, and you know, we've done this before. So the relationships, the VIP page for me has been key, because like I said, I had 0 parties last month, and I still had a really good month. And that's really about it.
Thank you, Emily. We've had some questions about what is a mystery hostess party. So do you want to explain it, Emily, or I can?
I can start and you can jump in. I'll tell you how I ran mine, because there are no set rules. What I did was opened a party, and I was giving away the rewards. So I was hoping to get to $1,000, and I was going to give away then the 4 half price items and the $150 credit, and that would be 5 people. I don't give it all away to one person. Some people do. I was trying to get more people to purchase, and for it not to seem so unattainable. So for every $25 spent, I gave them an entry in the drawing. And then we actually ended up having $2,000 parties and one $600 party. So I think it was like 13 half offs, 250s, and one $65. And we drew for those. Some people did win more than once, which, you know, I wanted to encourage them to buy more. If you got more entries, if you buy more. And because I had no parties and was out of town, I wanted people to participate. And I know a lot of people also will draw one winner, especially if they're not local for shipping reasons. I'm sure there's other ways to run it, but that's how I did it. An entry for every $25, and then I drew one card out per reward.
Awesome. Yeah, and you know, if you're running it, I do it quite often in my VIP group too. And let's say we only have 3 orders, so that's just, I mean, 3 orders and $200. So that's just 2 half-off items and $20. So then all those people that place, or all those people, those 3 people that place will get put in a drawing, and then I'll draw one name, and they'll earn the hostess rewards. So it's just like doing a party inside of your VIP group. And like Emily, split it up, or you can give it to all one person. It doesn't matter. So, all right, we are ready for Rachel. Thank you, Emily.
Hey, my connection says I'm unstable, so I hope you guys
we
can
hear you. Okay.
I kept texting Mindy. I'm like, am I moving in your picture?
You're good.
Okay, so kind of piggybacking on what Emily said, my VIP group is a very loyal, trusting community. I strive to build that trust and loyalty in there. I have a lot of fun with my group. I don't add a whole ton of fluff, but I ask them a lot for their opinions. Anytime my reps are like, how do I get my VIP group to be more engaged? And I say, people on social media love to give their opinion. They're not going to ask for yours, but they love to give theirs. So I'm always asking my VIP group for opinions. You know, I run polls, and when I do a little live try on, you know, I ask them like, is this the right size? You know, I get them engaged in not just showing them the product, but actually getting them engaged in like, how does this look on me, you guys? So they're like, I'm their personal shoppers, but they're also kind of my personal shoppers. And I've created that sense of community where people are posting their own pictures and asking for other people's opinions. And so I definitely have a very engaged VIP group, I think. And then another, you know, when Monica asked me to talk, I'm like, I mean, my month was crazy, and I honestly don't have any tips or secrets. And I share this with other leaders in the group. The big thing I think that you guys hear all the time is fill your calendar, make sure you're getting those parties booked. You know, that's probably one of the hardest parts of this business, you know, reaching out to people and asking them to host a party. But parties are the lifeline to this business. If you think about it, parties are the way that you're getting new people to constantly come in. It's a constant revolving door of new people every single week. And with that, my other tip, you know, with parties, you never know what they're going to be. I mean, I had an insane month where fortunately every party was freaking crazy. But I have had parties where are 0 also, you guys. So I don't want you to see these numbers and think that all of our parties are amazing. I get requests to join my parties all the time, and I'm like, sure, nobody's bought anything, but yeah, I'll show you what I'm doing. You never know. You kind of have to gauge the group, and you know, your posts in a party may not always be the same from one to the next. I do have a script. I follow it for the most part, but if people are just not responding, not engaging with what I have to put out there, I got to switch it up. So you kind of got to gauge your people too. With that, another big part is, you know, goal setting. You set goals, and not just into the month and what you want. You have to. Somebody's laughing. Uh-oh.
You were in slow-mo.
Oh. Am I still in slow-mo?
We're good.
I'm like a hand talker too. And can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, now we can.
Okay. I'm like very animated too, so I'm sure I just see everybody laughing. Oh, that's really uncomfortable. Okay.
It was just your voice. I'm sorry. I was trying to. You got a second. That's
good. That's the point I want you to get from this. But but that's kind of the big thing. I think I've been an athlete my whole life. I have set goals with everything that I do in life, and your goals are going to look very different, every person here, depending on what you want out of this from month to month. And for me, every month I want no less than $3,000 in sales. No matter what, I want $3,000 less in sales. And to achieve that, I know that I'm going to have some parties that are going to knock it out of the park. I also know that I'm going to have some parties that are going to be $0. And to guarantee that I'm going to get $3,000 a month at minimum, I double book my calendar. I'm not saying you guys have to go and double book your calendar, but I always make sure I have 2 parties every single week, because I just don't know. In fact, I've had weeks where both of my hostesses have canceled. So you just never know. So I like having those 2, because if one flops, I kind of have a backup there. So, set those goals, make a plan. Again, my goal is at $3,000 a month. My plan is to make sure all of my weeks are double booked. And then I take action by inviting, following up with all of my customers, following up with past hostesses that had awesome parties maybe a few months ago. I think a hostess can have a party every quarter. They can every month if they want, but they might overextend their people. But once a quarter, why not? New seasons, I need new stuff. Another thing, when you're following up with people, and inviting people, if people say no, I don't take that as an okay. I don't even take that as a not right now. I ask them, I follow up. I say, would you mind my asking, what's your hesitation in having a party? That's it. And you know what most of their answers are? Most of it is that, well, I'm worried that nobody's going to buy anything. And my response is that I don't care if anybody buys anything. I don't host these parties for sure, I'm building a business, but what fires me up about parties is earning you the rewards. That's my job. You book the date, you get the people in there, and I'll do the work to get those rewards. And if you don't, I'll offer you a nice discount for hosting. So, but I never take no or not right now for an answer. I always ask them what's their hesitation. So those are sort of my big things, just being active, building that loyalty and trust in your VIP group, filling your calendar because you just never know. And then make a plan and take action on your goals, whatever those goals might look like for you. And again, for everybody, it might be very different. Maybe you just want to pay for a new tank top every month, and that's one party. But again, maybe it is seeking financial freedom and you need to double book every week to make that happen. So
Awesome.
that's it.
Thank you, Rachel. That was amazing. I love the VIP group too, and engaging your people in that. It's something I definitely need to work on, because I mean, I have a good VIP group and they're loyal buyers, but they're just kind of blah. So I think I need to try the polls and opinions and give that a shot. But does anybody have any questions? I don't think people respond. Oh, when people respond, I'm very busy, what do you say?
If they say I'm very busy, I mean, I'm not someone that's going to like ask them what's on their calendar, but I might say, is there a time that you might be open where you might find that you're opened up a little bit to host a party? Or I let them know. I said, okay, that's great. That's totally fine. I understand. Just so you know, these parties are very simple. There's actually nothing you really need to do. Because again, sometimes I think it's just so involved. So let them know, you just have to check in once a day, and that's really it. So.
Awesome. Anybody else? Oh, who do you approach to host?
Everyone.
Easy answer.
Customers, definitely customers, definitely people that have big customers. Those are the people you want to approach about the opportunity. But regular customers, you follow. What's that?
Now you're rapping.
I'm cut.
Poor Rachel. She was already nervous about doing this, and now we're all just laughing at her.
Love you. You're
like, you gotta approach.
Way, Rachel.
I'll just type.
You're good. You're good now. She's like, I'm done answering questions. All right. All right, you guys, thank you so much. That was super helpful, even for me. So I hope some of these newer reps on here got some great ideas from all of you. Katie, do you have anything else you want to say?
No, I thought that was awesome. Thank you, ladies.
All right. Well, we'll see some of you guys in just a few days. It's exciting. We're looking forward to meeting some new faces and hugging some old. So, all right, guys.
Get your questions to Erin filled
Yeah.
out. I'll post it when I upload this, or you guys can click that. I put it in the chat tool if you wanted to do it tonight. So that call's tomorrow at 7, and we'll post that again tomorrow. But see you on that call if you can be on there.
Good night, guys.
Okay, good night.